Good evening and welcome to my project regarding Nintendo and AI. My name is Stefan Ortego and thank you for tuning in. So to begin, I have my two articles listed here. I have my primary article from iacis.org regarding AI in the video game industry as a whole, and my secondary article is a regular article on Games Radar that details Nintendo's process of possibly integrating AI in their products and video games. So, as we begin, what is classified as AI in the realm of gaming? We'll be going over three major topics in this presentation, and I'll be breaking down each one as they come along. So, the three cornerstones of gaming AI are programmed AI, procedural generated games, and AI in social media. This discusses video games as a whole industry. So, with each individual slide, I'm going to be dissecting and breaking down each of these concepts in the realm of gaming AI, and near the end of the presentation, I'll loop it back to Nintendo. So, programmable AI, and I'm using Halo here as an example, is the AI utilized in video games, which basically breaks down oppositional movement, AI when it comes to reactionary tactics, and how certain vehicles, weapons, and characters interact. The main reason why I'm using Halo as the primary example here is because Halo was one of the first games in terms of their enemies, which were the Flood and the Covenant, to scriptedly, rather non-scriptedly, interact with the player character in ways that were reactive. So, primarily in games, when you would program an enemy in their AI functions and whatever code base you were using, they would basically just walk on a cycle. So think of, like, for example, Mario. The first Super Mario Brothers, right? You have Goombas walking in just a walk cycle back and forth, and there would be a timer, for example, for specific enemies to shoot weapons, or shoot their weapon at you, or shoot their power at you, or whatever, like a piranha plant shooting fire at you. Even in the case of something a little bit more modern, before Halo came out, you'd have a game like GoldenEye 64, where you'd have enemies shooting guns at you, but they would go on a cycle-based AI loop that was programmed by whoever the programmer was, where they would just they wouldn't dynamically interact with you. But when Halo came out in 2001, you had enemies that would react to specific, guns, specific tactics, things like grenades. They would move out of cover, duck out of cover, throw items out at you. Programmable AI in this sense is reactive AI. And a lot of games have progressed from this point to utilize that kind of subsystem in their AI movement when we've introduced more aspects to games like stealth and what have you, where enemies just have a bigger pool of programmable AI to choose reactive motions in regards to the player character. And then we get into what I would deem modern AI in video games, which is procedurally generative AI. For example, I have No Man's Sky listed here. So No Man's Sky, to give you an example, is a game that has over 100 quazillion planets in it that are fully explorable, and it's legitimately a whole entire universe that you can go ahead and explore. It would take thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years to explore everything in the game. And essentially the way that the game is programmed is you set up a general base of textures and planets and enemies, and basically you put in the parameters of each individual level that you want to go ahead and build this universe out of, and a AI bank, which is how procedurally generative AI works. It takes certain aspects of that AI bank to create artwork for you, textures for you, enemies for you, monuments, icons, artwork, sound effects. You have it, and create that environment for you, and you pad your game out based around that way. And a bunch of different games are going, through this approach to basically fill their games out. It's basically going to be the future of gaming at this point on, because it saves companies money, resources, time, and staff as a whole. And finally, we have AI and social media regarding gaming. So any type of AI attempt to create an algorithm to engage gamers, companies will do that. I'm sure you've been well aware of talking about a movie, a game, a restaurant, and you have mic access allowed on your cell phone, and you boot up Facebook, excuse me, on your phone, and then all of a sudden you see that movie, television show, restaurant pop up on your feed. That is AI and social media. So essentially, if you break it down, the way that works is because you've given your phone microphone, you've given your cell phone microphone access. Facebook is going to utilize that type of information to go ahead and, in their AI algorithm, break down information to give you suggestions within your feed. And a lot of gaming companies do that as well, Nintendo included. They take this aspect of AI to suggest certain video games to you, consoles, or tips and tricks and coupons and what have you to keep you engaged with the brand. So my final thoughts on how this ties into Nintendo. Firstly, Nintendo has been making great strides into making procedurally generated AI games. They brought No Man's Sky on their main console. A lot of aspects of the newest Zelda game are procedurally generated, just to cut down staff. And one of the new Nintendo games, one of the new Mario games that's coming out, is going to be partially based on roguelike concepts and procedurally generated AI. And a lot of their games take from the Halo format of a big AI pool to program their enemies, program reactionary AI in terms of what you do with their main characters and how their enemies interact and react with you. And like I stated in the earlier slide, they use a lot of their AI advancements and social media to kind of hook in people to their products and services. Thank you again for tuning into my project today, my slide. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.